Hello friends and welcome to Shadowfax Games. I am once again playing Strange Horticulture, so please take a moment to get cozy. If you want, grab a cup of your favorite hot drink and let's get started. I've made it to day 9, the second Saturday in the game. I have 2 clues I haven't really followed up on. I have a potion recipe to brew Balok's elixir. And I have a note here about golden lights start at Long Meg, south 3, east 2. I haven't figured out where Long Meg is at. It was not revealed by scanning the map with this device that allows me to see hidden writing on things. However, as usual, at the start of the new day, I have a new card to solve. In Tibet, a noble elder stood silently watching starry sky. So I wonder if I take the first letter of each of those, because it is arranged like that. So from Tibet, go north, east, south, south, west, south, south. I think that's what it's going to be. It could be I'm remembering from the last time I played. I'm not in 100% sure on that, but let's check it out. So let's find Tibet. So go north, east, south, south, west, south, south. So it'll be this square here, if those are indeed coordinates. I can try scanning it with this, but I don't think it will reveal anything. It does not. Alright. Alright, so north, east, south, south, west, south, south. I find myself on a patch of moorland surrounded by jagged peaks and menacing clouds. A distinctive plant stands out against the swaths of purple heather. And there, another. So 2 plants. Both blue flowers, one's fern-like. Good to know. That's my travel solved for now, unless we get any more clues in today. Looks like Hellebore is doing fine. I will call a customer. Simone again, our favorite librarian. Long Meg. Sorry I've not heard of it, but I'll keep an eye out for you in the library. As long as you can get me some fever kiss, that is. Too many late nights at the library are taking their toll. I do believe I have fever kiss. Already labeled. Fever kiss, yes, so I hadn't confirmed it quite yet. That is indeed fever kiss. Mountain story promotes an aura of confidence and persuasiveness. The large cup-like flowers produce a stale, damp smell. Fever kiss. I just need to change the label to yellow and then put it in with the rest of my identified plants. So, fever kiss. Where are my Gandroot, forest camphor, and eyebright? So I'll bring fox button down. I'll put long barracuda up here. I'll bring Hellebore down. Hi, Bright. Forest Camphor. Fever Kiss can go right there. I've got an actual cat that isn't Hellebore that is demanding attention. I'm not sure what she actually wants. Hopefully that petting will keep her happy for a little bit. I hope you couldn't hear that whining too badly. Right, so I should be able to hear about Long Meg soon from the librarian. David Schaefer, here's our mail for today. There's talk around town of a woman who wears a green mask made of jade. There are all sorts of oddballs in Undermere, but that's certainly unusual. Let's collect that letter. What do we have here? Beckfoot candle. Well, this is almost certainly... Wait, I might need this, or I might need my magical viewer. That's just the button. Yep. So my magical viewer isn't returning anything. There is a candle here, so Beckfoot and candle. I need to find Beckfoot. Where is Beckfoot? Jack's Rake, Dungeon Gill, Idle Cane, Ambleside, Kentmere. Ambleside is where the library is at. Swinside, Beckfoot. Oh, Beckfoot. It is right here by Wastwater and Ilgill Head. So Beckfoot. I didn't want to put it away. I just need to move it enough that I can grab my little device here, and from Beckfoot we want the candle. So it's just southwest of Scafell Pike. We have plenty of will to explore. Should be this one right here. The candle leads me east of Wastwater. I want to say wastewater. It's probably what it was at one point. To the north of the mighty Scafell Pike grazes to the north, the mighty Scafell Pike grazes the sky, the tallest peak in England. The challenge beckons me, perhaps another time. New plant. Always good to have more plants. Always good to organize plants. Right, this can go in the archive since that is solved. Forest bear. I've been talking to people around town, trying to learn as much as I can about this beast that is rumored to have been seen in these parts. In the old world, they called this thing the Servant, but the people here seem to have forgotten that name. Except the group calling themselves the Seeds of Redemption. They are something I did not expect, and they have made it clear they want me to stay away from the servant. They seem to worship it, but I'm getting distracted. My Dranthium supplies are low. I need more Dranthium. Gonna have some coffee. Cacao, actually, not coffee. A plant with powerful mind-altering abilities. Those who inhale smoke from burning its long, sharp leaves elevate their awareness to levels otherwise unachievable. Some know Dranthium as Green Eye, a name derived from the telltale sign of overdose, where even the whites of the eyes take on a green tint. Is this Dranthium? It seems like I previously thought this was Dranthium. Purple flowers, long, thin leaves that bear surprisingly sharp edges. It's long, sharp leaves. This is Dranthium. Palliance. Most plants offer a small improvement to air quality, but the palliance is in a class of its own. It is sometimes called sweet breath thanks to the freshness of the air in its vicinity. The many short leaves of this plant are thought to help filter toxins from the surrounding air. Just want to label my Dranthium yellow. Put it into its alphabetical spot. In between the Elderfinium and the Clavilium. So right there. Forest Camphor. I think I've accidentally joined the ones that are serving the servants. Well, not accidentally, I kind of want to see where it goes. I hope I don't wind up causing anything problematic to happen because of that. Reuben Ward. I crept around Black Comb 2 nights ago in the pitch black. That eyebright is some potent stuff. I could see clear as day. Up on the fell, I found a shallow pit full of skulls, some deer, fox badger, and some human. There was an eerie silence about the place, and every part of me was screaming to get out of there. Back down on the flat, I heard a terrible noise, like an axe maker's whetstone, but unmistakably animal. High on the ridgeline, I saw a cowled woman wearing a jade mask, watching me, and beside her, something dark, inhuman, and bloody huge. I don't mind admitting that I'm out of my depth on this one. I'll need to speak to Verona again. While I'm here, I'll grab some wild coal for my pounding head. You'd have been drinking too if you'd seen what I did. So despite this supposedly being a relaxing game, we are getting some cultish, nightmarish type stuff beginning to happen. Hopefully it won't get too intense. What do we know about wild coal? The purple berries are recommended by physicians in place of a hair of the dog mentality as a tonic for those suffering the effects of having drunk too much the night before. There are some who consider wild coal a sacred plant, perhaps owing to its rarity, and claim that it is bad luck to pick berries from it. So, no, sorry. So of my unidentified plants, it's going to be one with berries. It's purple berries, red fruits, so those could be, in the artwork, those could be reasonably described as purple, but our description says red, so probably not that one. Those could be purple. Purple red berries. And they're in clusters that aren't unlike the diagram there, so that's a definite maybe. I recognize definite maybe as an oxymoron, but I said what I said. Do I see any others with berries? I do not, so I believe one's described as red and one's described as reddish purple. And those fruits, those berries, look nothing like these berries. So I believe this to be wild coal. Norwood. A bit of the crunchy root of this plant has the effect of a cold bucket of water thrown over the face, an unpleasant sensation accompanied by sharp focus. It is claimed that Norwood releases spores that are invisible to the naked eye, showing up only under unnatural light. I wonder if I might have to use my lens here to identify Norwood spores. In the meantime, let's label our wild coal. Winter boar, witch fig. It's going to be right here. Wild coal. Well, Hellebore, should I talk to another customer? Amy Sullivan. My son is very sick. Someone told me about a mushroom that produces a thick, milky liquid that will help relieve his stomach pains. I'm willing to try anything. I believe... Was it the Copper Caledonian? No. Was it? It was one of these three, Bishop's Parasol? Let me check what Bishop's Parasol does before I give that to her. A mushroom found in dark, damp places, feeding on any light that gets close to it. It can seem to draw light in, enveloping its surroundings in darkness. The gills on the underside of this mushroom seep a milky fluid that can be consumed as treatment for stomach pains. That is indeed the one we're looking for. I'm not sure if, as a horticulturalist, I should warn her that I am not a doctor and cannot be responsible for any of these plant-based remedies going awry. In any case, it doesn't seem like anything's gone wrong so far. Let's help another customer. Verona Green again. Poor Reuben, he looks a little worse for wear this morning. He took it hard when his wife died and never did quite give up the drink. I think I know what ritual was performed at the stone circle. It all adds up. It was a summoning spell. Someone called to something across the void and tried to bring it here. And with the state of that body all torn to shreds, I'd say they succeeded. And then the gilded dendra, that really got me thinking. I found this in Dr. Worthing's bestiary. A little light reading for you. I'm heading to Grisdale Forest again. The Sisterhood will know more. It has many names. Some call it the Woken Dendru. Oh man, the cult I joined is praising the Dendru. I guess since I joined, praise the Dendru. Believing it to be related in some way to the deadly gilded dendra plant. Others call it the Night Stalker, the Miasma, or the Dread, but the most common name for it in the Shires is the Servant. You'll have heard of it in children's songs, such as Keep the Fire Burning and Servant and Master. And there are hints of it in the older stories, but nobody alive has seen it in the flesh. It is said that the dead ground northeast of Tibet, where nothing grows but the black Digitus mortis, grows, was caused when the Servant last walked our lands hundreds of years ago. So that's a clue to explore. The dead ground northeast of Tibet, Digitatus mortis. Alright, so I'm definitely gonna go northeast of Tibet. And get some Digitus mortis. The wide area of blackened ground around here is known as to the locals as Dead Man's Field. Dark mushrooms protruding from the soil like fingers reaching out from the grave. Dark mushrooms protrude from the soil like fingers reaching out from the grave. Let's collect that. Digitus mortis, does that mean dead fingers? I suspect that is indeed what it means. This is done, but let me label this in blue. But I think we're safe to call it Digitatus. Yeah, Digitatus mortis. Can I read cursive? I haven't used cursive since elementary school. In fact, as soon as we got to high school, they told us to write in print, not cursive. So, I want to change that to blue. So, cursive was probably the least useful skill I ever came across. Even this isn't really cursive, it's sort of half cursive, half print. Let's make sure we get that in the archive. Gonna go ahead and put this away. I haven't figured out what this coin is for yet. Goes forth, it's a symbol on a tree, goes forth 1813. I'll need to think about that. Well, Hellebore, I'm going to close up the shop for today. I've got plenty of plants, a new mushroom. I think I collected 4 new plants today. Every day, she attentively followed the teachings of the Arda. Every day, she patiently performed the tasks given to her. Every day, thoughts of the book itched away at the back of her mind. Day 10, Sunday. Our card is blank. I think I know what that has to mean. It's not a rainy day. A secret uncovered is a secret no more. 2 miles north of Foxfield. 2 miles north of Foxfield. Foxfield. If I was a Foxfield, where would I be? 2 miles north. Three ravens circle above, their caws and croaks, cleaving the silence. Good use of the word cleaving. An omen. I take what I came for and leave. I'm beginning to run out of space. My wandering boo moved along and kind of adjusted the positions of these. Or maybe I disorganized them. How are the rest of my plants doing? Seem to be in order. Alright, I'm back from Foxfield, Hellebore. Let me call a customer. David Schaefer, mail right away this morning. One from your librarian friend today. Perfect, this should answer. Not that one. This should answer the long Meg clue. I think I found the answer to these, so I'm gonna archive them and get them out of the way. Sorry, David, you'll have to wait while I get those into the archive. In reference to your question the other day about Long Meg, I'm afraid I do not have an answer, but Calder Abbey has a wealth of knowledge on local lore. If you ever go there, the monks will request a plant from you, but they won't tell you what they want. A sort of test. They've never allowed me in to look through their stacks. Thank you, Simone. So I should head to Caldor Abbey. Gonna put Balok's elixir away again. Calder Abbey. Calder Abbey is here. A small window opens within the much larger oak door. From the darkness within, a voice proclaims, "Only a friend may enter." Going to have to find a plant that can show where a friend wasn't. There something we used with the sisterhood? I can't remember what it was. I'm just scanning through the book. Ensure a successful hunt. That's not exactly what I'm looking for. It's a corpse's friend, but that's not what I want. Not Hydranthium. Not Elderfinium. Although Elderfinium could be very useful for the devil's miasma. For Dendra's miasma. Embersoul. Eyebright. An offering of fox button is considered by some to represent a contract of friendship between strangers. Perfect. The hatch snaps shut and the oak door swings inward slowly without a sound. I am ushered in by a man wearing a plain brown robe. He nods silently when I ask about Long Meg and leads me through the abbey to a small library filled with scrolls and books. Without a word, he pauses for a moment, surveying before selecting a scroll and handing it to me. Sheep snap is thought to bring good fortune when prepared correctly. The green seed pods of the sheep snap have a hard outer shell and sound hollow when tapped. To the south, they call this plant bulbs of Bayonne. I need to remember that. Let's collect the scroll. Regarding Long Meg, there is a stone circle north of Undermere. According to local legend, some hundreds, perhaps even thousands of years ago, a witch known as Long Meg lived nearby along with her daughters. They were wild, godless people who practiced evil magic, until one night they went too far and Meg and her daughters were turned to stone. The tall stone that stands apart from the main circle is called Long Meg by the locals. So it's a stone circle north of Undermere. But I don't want to go to Long Meg itself. I want to go south 3, east 2 from Long Meg. Hold down the fort for me, Hellebore, okay? South 3, east 2. Stone, oh, the daughters, perfect. South 3, east 2. The river in its youth here, flowing swiftly through the rocks. The river is in its youth here, flowing swiftly through the rocks with a melodic gurgle. Among the tall grasses that line the river bank is a much more unusual looking flower. That just show up to disorganize my plants? I need to make sure I'm looking at kind of empty space when I collect new plants. Or at least not in the middle of my organized shelves. Okay, that is taken care of. Long Meg is taken care of. Do I want to potentially visit? Oh, that says that clue is taken care of. I was like, do I want to potentially visit the stone circle itself? Maybe. Verona Green again. The Sisterhood are trying my patience again. If the old Arda was around, but she's not. They've kept secrets for hundreds of years. If ever there was a time to share them, it is now. They know of some way to defeat this servant, some ritual or weapon or something, but their stubborn pride won't bring them to ask for help. Well, I won't sit idly by and do nothing. I'd better have a little chat with this new Arda, and I think I'll take some mountainous story with me. Got 3 pages of contents now. Promotes an aura of confidence and persuasiveness. The large cup-like flowers produce a stale, damp smell. Red flowers, soft leaves. I wouldn't exactly call those cup-like. Mushroom. Potentially cup-like. It has a distinctive smell that reminds me of old musty books. That is almost certainly it. Purple flowers, long leaves. Yeah, this has to be it. Mountain Story. Weeping Bell, a plant that is believed by many to lead to gold. You'll have about as much luck searching for the end of a rainbow. The soft, frilled leaves can soothe insect bites and stings. It is also known as golden light and sometimes fool's hope. Well, Mountain Story. Lady of Summer, Long Bearcund, Maiden Sorrow, Mary's Breath, Mellow Glow, between the Mellow Glow and the Fennel. Which one was the Mellow Glow? Yep, so between those two. Right there. And Solomon's Scepter can come on down. Screen again. I have finished the designs you asked me to work on. Be very careful unwrapping these. Some of the glasswork is quite delicate and I have taken great care transporting them. Okay. My lab equipment is finally here. I will now be able to brew elixirs using ingredients from my plants. Alright. We have a recipe here, made from the crushed petals of 3 distinctive plants. Baylock's elixir is a potent aid to memory, allowing those who drink it to ensure that they retain important information that they will never forget. Care must be taken after drinking, however, to avoid the fate of Grey Gale, who slowly lost her mind after taking Baylock's and staring at a blank wall for 12 hours. What about this recipe right here? Patterson's Guide to Fatal Fungi and Their Antidotes. Spring wax cap, sometimes fatal, can usually be cured by taking hop heart boiled in vinegar. Sunset mount cap, generally not fatal in small doses, used crushed leaves from sour bandy to cure. Bishop's parasol, often fatal, can be remedied using the sap from lemon dandy. Copper Caledonian, often fatal, no known cure. Farmer's worry, often fatal, an antidote can be made using royal gentian. Do I want to try to brew Baylock's elixir? vibrate? Possibly. Or do I need to look through for those specific diagrams? Or do I need to wait? I think I'll wait. But good to know I have those mushroom antidotes. Bethany Coleman. The new Ardo wouldn't like me being here, but the forest is in danger. I spoke with Verona Green earlier. It's bad. If the Dendru has awoken, then it will come for us. You must place an offering at the altar of Arduina. Well, isn't that interesting? Am I looking for two churches and a river flowing between mountains? Yes. So there's a church. Maybe. There's a castle. I'm going to try in Grisdale Forest. I'm going to try just south of this mountain here. Unless there's something else that I missed. I think it's got to be right here. It seems Beth has been able to keep her sisters away from this part of the forest, for now at least. The trees are thick here, old too. The altar seems to belong here as much a part of the forest as the gnarled trunks and twisting roots. I must place an offering to the goddess Arduina. Ember Soul or Caldery? Ember Soul is thought to have protective properties. It is sometimes given as an offering to various deities in return for sanctuary. Produces flowers with many petals. Watch out for the leaves, they're razor sharp. Or Caldery. The uses of Caldery are not well known. Some say it has applications in dark magic, but this author has found neither substance nor specifics to back up those claims. Those who worship the huntress Arduina place a flower as an offering to ensure a successful hunt. It grows from a thin stem with small leaves. Nothing going on that page. This seems like the one, because it's specific to Arduina. Maybe. Small leaves, though. this is probably it. The flowers are deep blue, quite beautiful, really. Thin stem, small leaves. The flowers more or less match the diagram. Going to do this as caulderi. Avulum. The scent it produces is considered overpowering by some, but it is said to stimulate the senses and rejuvenate aching bones. Avulum has many short, pretty leaves. It's probably avulum. But this is caulderi. So, right here, because that is Cabilia caulderi. Right, bring the fever kiss down. Lemon dandy up. Shimmerlung. Well, I think we can help another customer. Natalie Cooper. I'm being harassed by loonies, shouting about the redemption, saying they're going to set it free, whatever the hell that means. Well, they can take their seeds of whatever, woken something, or other nonsense, and stick it where the sun doesn't shine. I'm not joining their damn cult. I just want to tend my garden in peace. Larkshine. I'm looking for some larkshine to drive them away if they come around again. Larkshine is a plant with a powerful defense mechanism. It releases stinging barbs triggered by a light touch. The pain is said to be unbearable and can last for several days, sometimes confusingly called kidney flower. This is thought to be a reference to the kidney-shaped seeds held within the spiny pods that grow on this plant. This seems to be larkshine to me. I'm wary of those spines. Larkshine. Lyle of Neptune. Also called Truth Sayer, this plant will force a person to tell the truth when eaten. The sparsely petaled pale flowers give off a strong scent. Let's take a look. Let's label the larkshine. Larkshine. Whoa. Wren. Alright, so I've got basically 4 full shelves. I think it's time to start moving plants up here, which means I'll need to clear some space. Move my unlabeled plants down this direction. Doing for the rest. Seems to be okay. This, don't know what that is yet. Alright, well, I think it's time to close up for the day. I can archive that clue. Let's put everything away. Alright, Hellebore, I'm closing up. In time, she learned that the sisterhood had secrets. Or had she always known that? Had she come to them by chance, or had she sought them out deliberately? She wasn't sure, but now she knew what she wanted, and she would do anything to get it. Alright, well, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you enjoy my content, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you next time.